Hey guys, it's Miss Williams. I'm trying to get to where I need to be. All right. So, welcome back. First of all, we are jumping back in the groove of things, and I know it's going to be hard. I hope you guys had a great winter break. It felt really nice to disconnect for a little bit, but we are back. We are starting back with a big project for ourselves. Okay, so if you will remember, before we went on break, we took a quiz labeling our plant and animal cells. Now we are going to start our project, and the kids in class are doing this exact same thing. I'm going to post this document that I'm showing you right now in just a general channel with this post. So the only thing that I'm going to give you step-by-step instructions, okay? The first step is figuring out if you are doing an animal cell or plant cell. You will be making a cake. It has to be, everything on the cake has to be completely edible. Each part will represent an organelle inside either a plant or animal cell. Now remember, the difference between a plant and animal cell is mainly the shape. So if you decide to make an animal cell cake, it must be round. If you decide to make a plant cell cake, it must be rectangular. Here's the first step is choosing animal cell or plant cell, okay? These are the organelles that are going to be included in your animal or plant cell. Once you decide that, you forget about the cake for right now. The cake, we're not worried about right now. This has a paper with it. So for part 1, which is what we are going to be working on every day this week, is the paper. Every single person must turn in a paper. This is like one of the biggest parts of your grade. It can either be handwritten. If you handwrite it, you are going to have to take a picture of it and send it to me. Or you can use Microsoft Word, okay, to type your paper. The first paragraph, and remember, a paragraph is about 3 to 4 sentences, right? And make sure that you indent your paragraphs, which just means you have a space over. The first paragraph needs to be an introduction in which you introduce your project and the type of cell you chose. So you might say for your first paragraph, my name is so-and-so. I chose to do the animal cell. This is my reasoning why I chose to do this. That's it. That's your introduction. Okay. Second, you are going to start writing a paragraph on each cell. Okay. How do you do this? I tell you steps A, B, C, and D, what I want for each paragraph. So let's say I do an animal cell. I'm going to start with the cell membrane. That's the first organelle listed. I'm going to have one sentence describing the type of cell this organelle is found in, either eukaryotic, prokaryotic, or both. So for example, I might say, an animal cell has a cell membrane, period. The cell membrane is found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. How do I know that? Well, I have a document that I'm going to post that's going to give you all that information, okay? It is done in a very organized chart. Let me zoom in for a second. And in the chart, it tells you the organelle name, and if it's found in prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. So I'm going to back up a second. In an animal cell, there is a cell membrane, period. The cell membrane is found in both eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells, period. There's 2 sentences so far. Third sentence is the structure and location. The cell membrane is located on the outside of the cell. You can say what it's made of, phospholipids, Or you can say the cell membrane is mostly made up of fats, right? You want to put it in a language that you understand, that I understand, that your classmates understand. There's my third sentence. My fourth sentence is my function, okay? The function of the cell membrane is to allow things to go out and allow things to come in, or the function of the cell membrane is to control what goes in and out of the cell, period. There's all my sentences. My last sentence would just be stating what would happen to the cell if it did not have a cell membrane. Okay, if the cell didn't have the cell membrane, it wouldn't be able to control what is going in and out of the cell, period. That's it. Then I would go to my next organelle. So I would go back to that first document that I showed you, and I'm flipping back and forth, and I would look at my next organelle, which says ribosome. Okay, so once again, I'm going to do the same thing. An animal cell also has a ribosome or ribosomes. I'm going to go back to this document and look at what the ribosome, what type of cell it's in. It says right here, ribosome, so my second sentence, ribosomes are found in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, period. Here's the structure. Here's the function. That's my next two sentences. And then my last sentence is describing what would happen to the cell if it didn't have that anymore. I know that's a lot of information. Let me tell you your goal for each day this week. By the time you are finished and you have an introduction paragraph, a paragraph for each of those organelles, and remember, you're only doing it for an animal cell or plant cell, not both. Do not do both. You're either doing it for animal cell or plant cell. You're going to have a paragraph on each of these organelles. Once you do that, you'll end up with about a 13-paragraph paper. So your goal for each day this week is to do about 3 paragraphs per day. Okay? And I want you to send them to me in chat so I can check them. If you get confused at any point or you don't understand the assignment, please let me know, okay, so I can help you get started. If you need more guidance, you can set up a call with me and I can go through with you step by step on what to do. Do not be confused, okay? If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Remember, the goal this week is 3 paragraphs per day. By Friday, we should be finished with our papers. I'll talk to you guys soon.